Hello, this is Rao Kashyap Jalil. This session is exclusively devoted how your writing task 2 is assessed. Most of the candidates have this perception that IELTS test is basically their test of grammar and vocabulary. In fact, it is more than that. They basically take the holistic picture of their writing. What does it mean? Writing is also a communication. It is basically a communication with the reader. So they take the holistic picture of your writing. In other words, if you suffer in one area, you have reasonable chance to cover in other areas. Question arises, how do they evaluate your writing? Number one, task achievement or response. What do you mean by it? The examiner wants to see whether the candidate has assessed the question correctly or not. What do you mean by it? What do you mean by assessment of the question? We have got 4 types of essay: argumentative essay, discussion essay, advantages and disadvantages, and fourth one is cause and effect. Examiner wants to see whether he has understood the type of question or the type of essay or not. I'll explain it further. We have got 2 major types of question if you talk about questioning technique. Number one, yes or no, and the other one is WH questions. If it is yes or no, so obviously we are required to present our thesis statement in first paragraph. If it is, or if it asks to analyze, to explore, to examine, so it means that your thesis statement got to be placed in last paragraph. So examiner wants to see whether the candidate has correctly assessed the type of question or not. This is very important for the examiner. Another very important thing which is assessed here, it is number of words. If the candidate is short of 250 words, so obviously he is going to suffer in this area. So he got to make sure that he has written at least 250 words, which is the basic requirement of the task. Number 2, which is assessed in the IELTS test, coherence and cohesion. What do you mean by coherence? Coherence means the logical sequence of the ideas. Whether the candidate knows, right, which idea should be presented first, second, third, and so on. This is called coherence, logical sequence of the ideas. It is very important for the examiner. Number 2, cohesion. So coherence and cohesion are very important. There are certain devices to achieve cohesion. Cohesion is basically unity of the ideas. You see, there is unity or cohesion, right, in a paragraph, that as you move from one sentence to another sentence in a paragraph, all sentences got to be connected with the topic sentence of a paragraph. There are 3 parts of a paragraph. Number 1, topic sentence, central idea of a paragraph, development and conclusion. You have placed topic sentence. Obviously, as a candidate, we got to unite all sentences with the topic sentence. So if there is smooth transition, or if all sentences are connected with the topic sentences, it means there is cohesion in a paragraph, right? So as you move to another paragraph, we need to know how to do it, right? How to do smooth transition. There are different devices for it, right? Say, for example, we used certain discourse markers like moreover, furthermore, however, in addition, right? In conclusion, to sum it up, right? So these are signal words and very important for the examiner. And third one, lexical range. Vocabulary, yes, it does matter. I mean, if you have used a word in one context or in one situation or in one sentence, try to use another word in another sentence or in another context. I mean, we cannot repeat a word multiple times. So if we use a word multiple times, so it means we are short of our vocabulary. Our lexical range is limited. So as a candidate, we need to use number one, correctly these words. Number two, we need to have wide range of the words. So repetition is a serious concern for the examiner. And third one is grammatical range, right? We actually try or present or use different sentence structure in an essay. So try to use multiple sentence structure. It means that you have got grammatical range and it got to be accurate as well. Like, say for example, there should be subject verb agreement. Say for example, so this is another very important area which is assessed in the IELTS test. Last one is basically scoring. How your scoring is done. Basically, all these areas they are evaluated on band 9. I mean, if you if you are unable to perform in one area, so you have reasonable chances to cover in other areas. So basically, it is the test of all the areas which I have shared with you. It is not just restricted to your grammar or vocabulary or punctuation. In fact, it is more than that. So, what the examiner does, he actually takes the average of all these areas from 0 to 9. Thank you so much for watching me, and I hope you will continue watching me, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.